Hey, 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 how you doing, fight fans? Hope all is well. Haven't done a live stream for the last few days because I've been busy, lots happening, lots going on, training obviously. Lots has been happening behind the scenes, obviously, with my opponent to be announced. But a very good thing has happened, and that was Lucas Browne winning the WBA Heavyweight Championship of the World over in Grozny, Chechnya. Something I didn't believe he could do, but it could potentially be a blessing in disguise that I haven't been able to nail down an opponent as yet, because it seems, after speaking to Team Hatton, that the possibility of Lucas Browne being available to fight on the show against myself is a possibility. And that possibility obviously comes down to a few things. Top of the list of things is money. So next week I'll be getting some numbers in from some terrestrial television stations, and hopefully those numbers will be attractive enough to lure Lucas Browne from Russia back to the UK, or from Australia, he's based in Australia, to the UK to allow me to challenge for his WBA championship and my old WBA championship. So I'm really excited about it. Nothing's done till it's done, but normally in boxing, in my experience, and I've had quite a bit, if it makes financial sense for everybody involved, 9 times out of 10, unless there's egos involved or there's some deep-rooted hatred, whatever makes the most amount of money seems to make sense. And I can't see a bigger fight at the moment that's available to happen for Lucas Browne other than myself. You know, I'm assuming he's been paid rather moderately up until this point, as he hadn't fought any big names until he went out to fight Ruslan Shagayev in his hometown, literally, out in Russia. So I think, you know, he's around the same age as me. He hasn't had any big world title fights, so my thoughts would be he'd want to earn some cash and earn it fast. I know there's some mandatory obligations with Freza Quendo. We'll need to get to the bottom of that. Obviously, Freza Quendo will need to be happy because he's mandated to fight Lucas Browne next. I'm aware of that. But once again, if you gave Freza Quendo the option to fight Lucas Browne or fight myself, I think I know what the answer would be. You know, when fighting Lucas Browne, it wouldn't be the biggest heavyweight fight in history, but fighting me, you know, if I was to beat Lucas Browne, which I believe I could do, a fight between myself and Freza Quendo would be a lot bigger. And I'm sure Freza Quendo's people are aware of that. But, you know, this is steps down the line. First off, there needs to be a number agreed with Browne. If he's not impressed with the numbers that the terrestrial television networks can bring to the table, then the fight doesn't happen, plain and simple. You know, he's going to go his way. He'll then fight Freza Quendo, and then they'll do what they need to do. Then he'll fight in this WBA tournament the winner of Klitschko, Fury, and Louis Ortiz and Ustinov. So that's a whole big mess that's getting dealt with over in America and Germany, for instance. So, you know, he could go down that route, or he can go with the big fight, the big arena, and hopefully the big cash. So very, very exciting times. But I actually have an opponent now. I have an opponent, which is quite ironic. But as I said, everything happens for a reason. You know, it was getting a little bit frustrating, you know, talking to people and people kind of pricing themselves out. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. Maybe I wasn't supposed to sign to fight somebody else. Because if I would have done that, that wouldn't have allowed me to fight potentially Lucas Browne for the WBA title, you know, in the UK after, you know, after so long being out of the ring. But I'm sure Lucas Browne, looking at me as an opponent, how would he see me? He'll see me as dangerous for sure. He knows I can punch. That's without question. But you know, the confidence he'll get from fighting me. I haven't done anything in the ring for nearly 4 years. I've had one fight in 4 years nearly, and that was a 1-round knockout. So, you know, you might see, and his last fight was a 10-round fight against a very good former 2-time world champion, Ruslan Shagayev, on his home turf. So he's flying high. He'll be confident. He's bigger than I am. He's heavier than I am. You know, I believe I've got the skills. You know, but he's probably bigger and straight. Probably bench press more than I could. But it's not a bodybuilding competition or a weightlifting competition. So I'll stick with my superior skill set going into that battle. But you know, interesting times. You know, I've seen some stuff online already. You know, his management team are talking about, you know, wanting the big fights. So that makes sense. You know, he said he wants to, you know, David Haye, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. He's mentioned all the names that bring the arenas, that bring, you know, excitement and bring the money. So very, very, very excited. Now all it's about, you know, I've got some meetings next week with some television networks that would hopefully be very interested in picking this fight up, because it's out of my hands and in their hands now. So hopefully they'll see the value. Maybe people didn't really see the value of my first fight against Mark Demori. No one had really heard his name prior to that fight. But if you look at the stats, you know, the fight went out live on the home of Witty Banter, Dave channel. Hadn't had a history of showing sport. Hadn't shown actually any live sport ever in the history of the channel. But what did it do? It broke the record. You know, we far surpassed their number of views, 3.2 million for a channel, and for a channel to announce an event 1 week prior to the event and to still get 3.2 million peak ratings, I believe is a testament to the love for boxing that the British public have, and hopefully you know, a willingness to see me in the ring doing what I do, as I believe I'm exciting, and I think my record suggests that. You know, my 27 victories, 25 have been by knockout, and that's not because I go out there looking to throw pitter-patter punches. You know, I come to bring the hard stuff, and excited. I'm excited. If this fight doesn't happen with Lucas Browne for whatever reason, that's cool. I've got an opponent. So either way, it's all good. But you know, I'm putting the non-world title fight on hold for a few days, in hopes, you know, Lucas Browne will be ready. You know, he got a cut eye in his last fight, which would take probably 2 to 3 weeks to repair. You know, so before he'll be ready to spar. Obviously, when you can spar with a big head guard on, so that will protect the eye. But even if he has another. No, it's been a week since his big win in Russia. So even if he has another week, that would leave it 3 weeks. I'd still give him a solid 8 weeks training camp, training and sparring. You know, I think timing is everything in life, and I think this could be perfect for me and perfect for him. Big guy, undefeated. I think he's 24 fights unbeaten now. He's got like a 90% knockout rate or something. So. Yeah, me fighting Lucas Browne for the WBA title is something I'm very, very interested in, and I know the British public and world public will be interested in that as well. So exciting times. I just hope everybody can see the big picture. Everyone can see, you know, to strike while the iron's hot, and the iron right now is hot. We've got a date. You know, tickets are all sold. It's perfect venue, perfect. Layout. It's just getting the TV sorted now. So I've had to change the brief for the TV. You know, it's not now just an opponent. It is the WBA title. So anyway, guys, that's the latest. Anything else going on in my life that you guys may be interested in? Oh, Kaiser, this company here, they came down yesterday to do some strength tests and power, more importantly, test with me. I had a good talk with Dennis Kaiser, who is one of my sponsors, and I'll give you a little show around my gym. This is all, so I don't think I've actually done this officially. It's all the the Kaiser kit. I did the strength test on this bit of kit here, and it reads over to all these computers and tells me how much power I've got in my legs and which leg is stronger than the other, to if there are any bits and pieces. Okay, spinning bikes, we've got the all the Woodway treadmills, and we've got the foot. I think this is the only one in the UK, I believe. I think there may have been one more, maybe. It's the only one in the UK. I've got the Curve, if anyone knows about running. It's a great bit of kit. What else have we got over here? It's kind of like, here we go. Calf press here, a bunch of towels on top, right, it's there. Instead of having a weight stack for cables, we've got this here. The belt squats, another great bit of kit. This is the runner, love this. This really gets the lungs pumping. I was working today, hamstring curls, working on that, you know, part of the training camp. And obviously this lovely piece of this lovely thing here. You can do so many different things with this up here. It really gets me into the best possible condition though. There you go with the haymaker and all my, yeah, it's all good stuff, all good stuff. You obviously got the boxing side of things here, all the kit and caboodle, the fun stuff with my running track down here, to sled pulls and pushes, and yeah, so this is where I do all my work. You know, Carl Frampton trained here for his last fight against Scott Quigg as well, and obviously he was in fantastic shape for that one, got the win, unified the titles. He added the WBA title to his IBF title, so hopefully my next one could be adding, you know, the WBA title, and really, and then they can imagine that, me winning that title, and then possibly a unification with the winner of Anthony Joshua, Charles Martin. That could be an interesting one. You know, there's lots of potentially entertaining fights for the boxing fans around the world, and I'm just very, very happy and humbled to be back being part of it. You know, it's been so long I've been out looking in from afar, but I'm back in now, so exciting times. All right, mate, talk to you in a bit. Peace.